Welcome to RMU Focus. My name is Emma Weiss.
And I'm Peyton Hostetler.
We are your RMU Focus assistant producer and producer respectively, ready for our hosting debut. Today is a very special episode. Not only are we back from our 2-week hiatus, but it's actually a holiday-themed episode. In case you haven't guessed by our very tasteful outfits, today is our St. Patrick's Day episode. Right, other Ginger? I mean Peyton.
That's right, Emma. Are we a week late? Yes, but we are Ginger, so really, every day is St. Patrick's Day. But before the shenanigans begin, Emma is going to sit down with Ali Jovetic to talk about all things RMU-TV. Take it away, past Emma.
Thanks, Peyton. Today I'm sitting down with Ali Jovetic of RMU-TV. Ali, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'm very happy to be here.
Happy to hear it. So can you tell us a little about your role in RMU-TV?
Of course. So I am the general manager of RMU-TV. So what that entails is organizing the crew for each show. We have 5 shows. As well as the scheduling of those shows when they happen throughout the week, and just the overall organization of the TV schedule and everything we do here at RMU TV.
That sounds like a lot. What's your favorite part of your job right now?
I'd say my favorite part of my job is getting to see the shows from the very beginning, especially when we get new producers who have all these fantastic ideas, getting to see them take those ideas and develop them into segments or things that we use in our actual show. So seeing the progression of how people start out in these fantastic ideas they have into the actual production of them, I think is just exciting to see.
I'm sure that's really satisfying as someone who is with us for up to 4 years. And how's your job in RMU TV changed over the years?
So I started out freshman year as just a camera operator. So I would just stand there during the show, making sure the camera shot looks good. And then kind of my second semester freshman year, I became a floor director, so I was kind of managing everything that happened down on the floor in the studio. And then once I got to sophomore year, I got hired as a studio technician. So I was in charge of making sure the set looks good, our streams to YouTube and Facebook look good, everything's working properly. I did that sophomore, junior year, and I still do it a little bit senior year. But since senior year started, I'm now officially the TV GM.
And which has been your favorite, studio tech, camera operator?
I would say I really liked floor director, because I think that's when because I came into college and I was very quiet, but that's when I kind of found my voice and I was able to kind of take control, especially in the TV aspect of things. But I'd say my favorite overall is probably a studio tech, because that's where I've really found my love for everything on the behind the scenes, the technical side of things, and that's kind of what I hope to do with my future. So I'm excited to be able to use that and further my knowledge of it.
I found that RMU TV has helped me break out of my shell as well. I'm also a pretty quiet person. So what do you see yourself doing after you graduate?
It's a great question. I don't have a concrete idea yet, but like I said, because of my role as studio tech over the last few years, I hope to do something on the technical side, probably like a broadcast engineer job at one of the local news stations in Pittsburgh, because I'm from Pittsburgh, and just those are the news stations I watched growing up. So I think being a part of it would be very exciting. Yeah,
well, I'm sure you'll do great no matter what you do.
Thank you.
And now we have all that professional stuff out of the way. I've heard through the grapevine you're a pretty big fan of RMU's women's basketball team.
Correct.
Since Women's History Month is, winding down, and we all know that women's sports don't really get as much love as they deserve. Do you want to close out the interview with a couple words about your favorite team? This is not Sports Talk in the Berg.
Yeah.
Mondays at 2.
Yeah, correct. Mondays at 2.
But we'll be able to, I think we can make an exception for our TV GM.
I appreciate that. So yes, actually I will be on Sports Talk in the Berg on Monday at 2, so make you tune in.
Mondays at 2.
But I think in the past 2 years, ever since it switched over from March Madness and Women's March Madness to just March Madness as a whole for both men's and women's, the women's basketball, especially college basketball, has been getting a lot more positive media coverage, which has led to a lot more people watching the games. Like for instance, the ticket prices for the women's basketball are currently, for women's March Madness are currently double what they are for men's March Madness, just because of all the media coverage and the big players such as Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers and Angel Reese and all of those players who are fantastic players who have not only brought media coverage to themselves and their brand, but also to the teams as well. And I think just in the last 2 years or so, it has definitely become like women's basketball is now seen as not a real sport, but seen as a business rather than just like a sport it was a few years ago. Because men's basketball, especially men's college basketball, they make a lot of money off of it, and it's a business. It's something you want to like make money in. But now I feel like women's basketball is finally starting to see that kind of same side of things, where they're having sold out games. These ticket prices are through the roof, and just overall they're finally kind of getting they're getting the credit that they deserve.
I see what you mean. I know a lot of women's college teams are really seen more as like a hobby and kind of like a fun thing for women to do on the side. And now we kind of see, like you said, women's teams really being seen as something serious and, a career that these college students can make out of.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Of course. Happy to
Back
be here.
to Peyton and future Emma.
Thank you, Emma, from the past, and thank you, Allie, for giving us the rundown on RMU-TV and women's sports. I mean, what else do you really need to know?
I couldn't agree more, Peyton, but I have to add, we do have to know all about RMU events. This is RMU Focus, after all. So if you want to be in the loop, and really, who doesn't, especially when the loop involves pickleball and gaming marathons, don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back here on RMU Focus.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
And banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other,
on a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
Mentor.
Actor.
it's time we take a step forward
it's time we take a step forward.
Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo!
Oh, hey, Julia. You ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
Welcome back to RMU Focus, everyone. There's no time to lose. We have RMU events to get to. So how about we get right into it? 24 hours is a long time. That's 1,440 minutes or 8,604 seconds. What would you do if you had that much time to do whatever you want? I'll tell you what the top secret Colonials are doing with that time. They're hosting a 24-hour gaming marathon in the Wheatley Atrium from 10 a.m. tomorrow to Sunday at 10 a.m. Participants will help raise money for charity, all while building camaraderie in a competitive setting. Plan on getting lots of sleep tonight and get ready for the gaming marathon.
Are you a genuinely good person who likes to do community service for fun, or a lover of all things baseball, or maybe you just want to soak up some vitamin D while getting set service credit? Whoever you are, I promise you will get something out of Baseball Field Service Day, an event hosted by RMU Sport Management Program, which has partnered with the Cornell Youth Baseball Association to bring this wonderful opportunity to life. Make your way over to the Robert L. Blewis Field down in Coraopolis today, anytime from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And make sure to dress warmly because it looks like we're in for scattered showers the rest of today. So if you were going for the vitamin D, I apologize, but who knows, you might see a rainbow with a pot of gold under it. Well, what are you waiting for? Get over there after you finish watching this episode of RMU Focus, of course.
What would you do if you got the chance to take a tour of Batman's Batcave? How about SpongeBob's Pineapple? Well, you have the chance to take a tour of our very own Pittsburgh Penguins headquarters. On Tuesday, March 26th at 2 p.m., you can join the sport management program as well as RMU graduates from the Pittsburgh Penguins office and the PPG Paints arena management team for a tour of the arena. If you plan on checking out this freezing opportunity, definitely consider carpooling as limited transportation will be available. For more information, be sure to check out RMU Revolution.
If you're like every other young adult on the East Coast and have an undying love for pickleball and also want to heal your inner child by playing with something that glows in the dark, then you are definitely going to want to be at the Rec Center this Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. RMU's very own pickleball club is hosting this event. If I had to guess, I'd say they're going to have more than a few additions to their organization before the night is over. But if you're like me and lack general coordination as well as anything that resembles skill in the sport of pickleball, don't worry because the event is organized by skill level. So grab a group of friends to either take it way too seriously or embarrass yourselves in front of the gym full of people. I tend to do the latter, but as long as you're having fun, who cares?
When I got to college, I had no idea how to highlight my skills to employers. You know, what's a resume? What's a LinkedIn? Luckily, the RMU Career and Professional Development Center has my back. If you think your resume is lacking, you can get a one-on-one review for feedback next Thursday in the Benjamin Rush Center. Be sure to stop by sometime between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. to revitalize your resume.
Would you believe that it's time for RMU sports predictions again? Because I can't. You think just because winter season is over, sports predictions are over too? I mean, how could you even think that? You would be right, just this once. This week we decided to mix it up since RMU has a hot streak going. I didn't mean to deceive you. I'm sorry, I'm just feeling a little mischievous. Maybe I'm just internalizing all this leprechaun energy. Anyways, Jaden from the past, what do you have for us?
Thanks guys, welcome back to a lucky segment of Bobby Mo Sports. On Monday, the Robert Morris women's basketball team hired a new head coach. Chandler McCabe is the 7th head coach in the 48-year history of the Division I program. McCabe is the first female head coach in the program since 2003. She is looking to turn the team around and get them out of the current 18-game losing streak. Moving into softball, the Colonials faced Akron on Tuesday, March 19th. Avery Winchell and Logan Black each hit 1 home run during the first game. The team started off trailing with a score of 1-0, but ended up fighting back and taking the victory with the final score of 8-4. For the second game, the Colonials offense was first to strike in the second inning. Although Akron put up 10 hits, the Colonials defense pushed through, making the team come out on top with the final score of 5-0, earning their first sweep of the season. Now going into men's lacrosse, the team went up against Detroit Mercy on Wednesday, March 20th. David Burr and Ben Starkey were the two players that stood out during the game. Burr finished with 4 goals and Starkey had 3 goals and 1 assist. The Colonials were lucky and defeated the Detroit Mercy Titans with the final score of 13-12 in overtime. Women's lacrosse faced Akron on Sunday, March 17th. Jenna Irwin and Lily Haddon were the 2 players to watch for this game. Irwin had 3 goals and Haddon had 2. The Colonials came out lucky once again with the final score of 10-9. That is all I have for sports, sending it right back over to the Gingers.
Thanks so much, Jaden. I think we have the luck of the Irish to thank for RMU's winning streak. And you know, the hard work and dedication of all our athletes and coaches. But you know, we gotta stay on theme. So for right now, we'll just say it's the luck of the Irish.
We've talked about sports, we've talked about events on campus, of course. Now all we're missing is what's going down in the Burgh. To hear all things fun for the Pittsburgh area has to offer, stay tuned here on RMU Focus.
Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother
and... I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time. which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
What?
My.
Oh.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Welcome back, everyone. Again, there's no time for pleasantries. We have gold to find, jigs to do, and fun events to talk about. So let's get right to it.
If you're like me and a total nerd when it comes to history, boy, do I have the event for you. The Carnegie Science Center in Pittsburgh is hosting an artifact exhibition for the Titanic from today all the way until April 6th. You can go anytime from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., 7 days a week. Ticket prices range from $16 to $20, which I think is a pretty fantastic deal since there are more than 154 authentic artifacts, all recovered from the Titanic wreck site. You'll be transported back in time to learn the poignant stories of the real passengers and crew members. No need to go down in a claustrophobic safety hazard of a submarine when you have the real deal right here in Pittsburgh that you probably won't die getting to.
Are you looking to channel your inner child? Maybe your dream career is to become an archaeologist. Either way, you should participate in the Dino Dig at the Moon Township Community Center. Travel back to the Mesozoic era for an interactive session where you can crack through rocks to uncover miniature dinosaurs. Be sure to bring a small hammer, goggles, and some clothes you won't mind getting just a little dirty. It's all going down tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. in Moon Township. You don't want to miss out on this prehistoric chance to rediscover the dinosaurs.
Are you a film buff? Do you enjoy watching niche underground movies that none of your friends or family have ever even heard of? Well, you're in luck because the Carnegie Mellon International Film Festival is up and running today through April 7th. For students, individual screening tickets are as low as $5 and is only $25 for a pass to the whole festival. If you want to feel like a pretentious film student, well, then this is your chance.
So you took my advice and took the PPG Paints Arena Tour. Now you're looking for something to do after. Luckily for you, Fall Out Boy is making an appearance the very next night at the PPG Paints Arena. Mark your calendar for this remarkable concert experience on Wednesday, March 20th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets begin at just $39, but make sure to remember to bring your credit card as PPG Paints and its vendors are cashless.
If you and your friends want a good time and a good workout, look no further. Mosey on over to the Moon Township Community Center this Thursday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Make sure to mark your calendars and dust off your cowboy boots for this shindig. Join instructor Joan Garver for one of the longest running classes at the community center. I, for one, will be forcing my boyfriend to take this class with me, whether he wants to or not. So I hope we see you all there.
Well, while we were back at home on spring break this past weekend, I was wishing that us Gingers could have been in Pittsburgh for one of the largest St. Patrick's Day parades in the country. On Sunday, March 27th, residents of Pittsburgh gathered along Liberty Avenue, Grant Street, and the Boulevard of the Allies for Pittsburgh's St. Patrick's Day Parade. This exciting event has been happening for over 150 years, with over 200,000 people attending this year's parade. Many local bands, dance groups, and organizations in the local Pittsburgh region marched, with lots showing off some Irish pride. Robert Morris University's own Madeline Burns was this year's Miss Smiling Irish Eyes. Along with her in the parade were her two court marshals, Anna Catherine Hanley and Brooke Ireland McCardle. Rob Tierney, this year's parade grand marshal, walked the 1.5-mile downtown route with his mother, who flew in from Ireland to surprise him. This exciting celebration of heritage and connection was well celebrated by both Pittsburgh residents and their distant families, and maybe even with a little bit of Irish pride from us Gingers here at RMU-TV.
It's almost time for the best segment on RMU-TV. If you have any questions about what's coming next, I've got to say I'm a little disappointed. Regardless, trust me, you're going to want to stick around. Don't worry, we won't keep you in suspense long. We're coming right back here on RMU Focus.
Heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
Let's go.
you'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes.
Make a plan today.
Welcome back, everyone. Wait, Emma, I think I can feel her presence. It's Taylor from the past.
I feel her too, Peyton. My favorite reoccurring character. But wait, do you know what this means?
What does it mean?
Okay, I'll whisper it to you. Bobby Moe on the street is back.
Bobby Moe on the street is back!
That was a secret you weren't really supposed to tell anyone.
But you have a mic on, Emma.
I don't know what you're talking about. My voice is naturally this loud and clear.
Right. Well, anyways, this week past, Taylor is taking to the streets to see if RMU students can name famous Irish celebrities. Do your thing, past Taylor.
This past Sunday, we celebrated St. Patrick's Day, so I'm asking RMU students if they know some of my favorite Irish celebrities. All right, I'm going to show you a picture of an Irish celebrity. You're going to try to tell me who they are.
Cillian Murphy.
That is correct. All right, I'm going to show you a picture of an Irish celebrity, and you're going to try to guess who they are. Ready?
Yeah, I already don't know. Like,
You know this man.
I don't, bro. I can't.
He knows this man. Think like hitting people. Very famous.
Wait. I feel so. No. I feel so. That's Carter McGregor.
Yep. They let the leprechaun out. I'm going to show you a picture of an Irish celebrity, and you're going to try to guess who it is.
All right.
Here's your celebrity.
Oh my god, wait, why is his name not in my head?
You know his movie.
I know it, yes. I'll find you, and I'll kill you. Oh my god, why is he... I'm blanking. Neil... No, it's not Neil.
Close.
Neil...
His last name starts with an N.
An N, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Is it Nixon? Something like that? Name it... Wait, Liam...
Halfway there.
Liam... Is that Nixon?
Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to show you a picture of a famous Irish celebrity, and you're going to try to guess who it is. Oh. Couldn't tell you. Do you know her from any movie? Nope. She's like in Little Women. Yeah, it's a girl. It's a girl. She has a really weird first name that nobody can pronounce. Give me the first letter. S. I'd say Sarah, but you can pronounce Sarah. Saoirse Ronan. Sharonan. I would not have got that. Saoirse Ronan. I know Irish people. I'm gonna show you a picture of an Irish celebrity and you're gonna try to guess who it is, okay?
Is that, Liam? No, Niall.
Yes, it is.
Yep, Niall Horan. You know, I'm not really much of a boy band kind of guy.
Really? I love Niall Horan. I'm gonna show you an Irish celebrity and you're gonna try to guess who it is. Here's your celebrity.
Right, you get that picture. But wait, do you know who this is? Who is it? Hoser? Hozier? Hoser?
Hosier, yes.
Hosier.
Alright, I'm gonna show you a picture of an Irish celebrity and you're gonna guess who it is. Here is your celebrity. Niall Horan. Yes, and you were so nervous about this and you got it.
How make you feel?
I'm gonna show you a picture of an Irish celebrity and you're gonna try to guess who it is.
Okay.
Here's your celebrity.
I don't even have a good guess for that.
What do you like when you look at it, what Irish name comes to mind?
Well, the first thing that came into my mind that I know is wrong, I thought Orlando Bloom. That's the first thing that came into my mind. Because he kind of looks like Orlando Bloom.
I'm gonna show you a picture of an Irish celebrity and you're gonna try to guess who it is.
Okay.
Here's your celebrity.
Oh, jeez. Is he some kind of like singer? Really, no, he's Paul Mescal.
Yes, that is.
Yes, I just remember that dude out of like nowhere.
Good job! Clearly, RMU students aren't really freshed up on their Irish celebrity information. I am. This has been my application to be Niall Horan's girlfriend. I know you have one, but please just give me a chance. I could be the best Irishman girlfriend. Please. I'm Taylor Roberts for RMU-TV.
Thank you so much, Taylor. It is always a pleasure. You know, I really wish I could relate to the authentic, impossible to pronounce Irish names, but my name is, in fact, Emma, and it just doesn't get easier to pronounce than that. My mom's maiden name is Connell, so I'm still gonna wedge my way in there with all the other Irish folk. I might not have the accent, but I have thick red hair and ghostly pale skin, so really, what else is there? I mean, why do you think I'm hosting the St. Patrick's Day episode? The only way I could get more Irish looking is if I got the word Guinness tattooed on my forehead. And since I'm under 21, I don't think that's gonna fly in my house. Don't worry, Mom, I'll settle for a 4-leaf clover. It's a lot classier.
Are you done?
So it's time to get into our media recommendations. I hate to portray this week's theme, but I'd like to recommend a book that could have absolutely nothing less to do with St. Patrick's Day. And that would be Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll, a novel I completely devoured over break. The story is inspired by the real-life sorority targeted by America's first celebrity serial killer and his final murderous spree. Although the serial killer is only ever referred to as the defendant, it is clear the story zeroes in on the media circus around Ted Bundy. Knoll created this extraordinary story to center the victims instead of the perpetrator, and to make the point that most serial killers the media and law enforcement make out to be handsome, charismatic, evil geniuses are just examples of systematic, sexist, patriarchal flaws and poor police work. I really couldn't agree with her more. I mean, it really begs the question of how many victims would still be alive if the police simply just did their job in the first place, and how much less pain and suffering the victims' families would have endured if the media hadn't created such a spectacle. So if you can tell, I really like this book. Give it a read. Peyton, what do you have?
You know, for my media review, I really had to stick with a theme and choose a Disney classic that takes place in the whimsical hills of Ireland. Here, the protagonist Darby O'Gill is caught in a battle of wits with a group of leprechauns led by the cunning King Brian. In Darby O'Gill and the Little People, Darby's quest for the leprechaun's pot of gold leads to a series of misadventures. That's about all that we have time for here on RMU Focus. We'll see you guys next week.